All right. We are live here on twitch.tv/Perry Von Vicious with a special episode tonight. This year, 2025, is the 50-year anniversary of Bigfoot the monster truck. And we are going to celebrate here in BeamNG, where I've got a bunch of the trucks created by the fine folks over at beam-monsters.com and by the folks at beam-motorsports.com. They've done a great job recreating a lot of the classic Bigfoot trucks, all the way from the very first one, all the way up to some of the really current ones. And we're gonna hop in. We're gonna play some of these today. I got cords all tangled up here. I'm straightening everything out. We're getting ready to roll here, folks. All right. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and just pick a nice track to go kind of cruise around on a bit. And I think we want one that's nice and bright, get us outside. Maybe something kind of retro. Yeah, let's go 89 might be a little late for us. Um yeah, you know what? We're gonna Nika Beans, hey, welcome aboard. Glad to see you. We're gonna find where is New Orleans. Da, 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 da. Oh, is it not on here anymore? Where is it? How am I not seeing this? Yeah, Louisiana Superdome. There we go. We're gonna spawn in there. Hey, Bobby Gilbert rolling in. That's right. We're here, and we're celebrating Bigfoot. 50 years of Bigfoot the monster truck this year. They got all kinds of cool special toys out. They got a special paint job on the trucks. They're celebrating out on tour, and we're celebrating tonight here on the stream. Bigfoot's always been since I was a little kid, my favorite monster truck, and still is. And maybe the single thing that I have the most toys of might be Bigfoot. And I know I've been missing a few of the streams. I haven't had toy of the streams. So I am gonna have multiple toys of the stream today. First thing we gotta do, we gotta spawn ourselves a Bigfoot, and we are going all the way back to the beginning. We are going back. 1974 was the year that Bob and Marilyn Chandler of Hazelwood, Missouri, bought a stock 1974 Ford F-250 pickup truck, and over the next year, they upgraded and upgraded to what would become known as Bigfoot One. Now, of course, it didn't start on the standard 66-inch tires that you think of today with monster trucks. Started, as you see me selecting here, on 48-inch tires. A bit smaller, but still, I mean, 48 inches, that's 4 feet tall. That's a big tire. And that's what we're looking at here. Now I'm gonna pull forward. We're gonna get Bigfoot one out here and do a little looping around. Get a nice look at this vehicle. I always liked this original paint job. I thought it was cool. I thought that looked really cool. And it is the way that the truck looked on the first toy I had. I'm gonna go ahead and pop to the close up real quick. So the first monster truck toy I ever had was this Bigfoot one. This is from the Matchbox Supercharger series. That's our first toy of the stream tonight. And you're going to see a couple Bigfoot trucks that look like this. But before that one was out, a company called ERTL, who are mostly known for making toys of like farm equipment and like tractors, made a Bigfoot on the 48-inch tires. And this is Bigfoot 1, the one that you see on screen behind me here. And I didn't have this toy as a kid. I saw it in stores all the time and never had it. I now have two of them. I have a loose and I have one that's still in the package. But all right, we're gonna hop back into Beam here, and we're gonna go cruise around as Bigfoot on the 48s here, and kind of get a feel of how this truck handles. Yeah, you do have definitely a lot more control with this. I'm gonna get us a nice straight behind view here. There we go. He's got a nice tight turning radius too. All right. And of course, when these trucks were originally out, they were not the main part of the show. They were there to be sort of the side attraction to the mud bogs and the truck pulls. And we can do both of those with that truck here. So we're gonna pull up to this mud pit here and take a pass as Bigfoot 1 on the 48s. All right, here we go. Oh wow, does not make quick work of it the way that the 66-inch tires do. Wow. He's really got to struggle through there. I've got the throttle pinned, you guys. As you'll see once I get some grip here, it's going to yank right out. Yeah. Whoa. That was awesome. All right, we do have the pull sleds. I think we're going to hold off on doing that. But, it's such a weird look to see a monster truck that's not on the 66-inch tires, so non-standard. Oh, it looks like we blew a tire there. All right, I'm going to see if I can remember which button one of these buttons will restore what we're doing. All right, we're gonna hop to our next truck. So staying at that same location there in Louisiana, we got kind of a look at that first Bigfoot there. But again, we got 50 years of this truck to get through. So staying with that same kind of classic look here, they did eventually bump that same Bigfoot one up to the sort of standard 66-inch tires. And you'll see right away it's got kind of a dark look. The original paint job was not super bright on Bigfoot. And he had the chromed out rims. Now this one's going to make much quicker work of this mud pit. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, those 66-inch tires just like paddle boat paddles. Relatively easy work of that. We'll take it up the hill here. Bring it over the cars one time. You got to be careful because no dirt ramps back then, so it sends you right into that wheel stand. I do love the tonneau cover over the back bed. There we go. We'll cut through the last little mud pit and cars. And that's our Bigfoot one. I'm gonna take it back. We're gonna take a little flight over that first set of cars there with this. See what we can do. I love how these cars, again, when I was painting the shelves for my little Monster Jam Minis displays, and I said, oh, I want the cars to look kind of junky and not just all painted nice like they do at Monster Jam and the other tours. You can see on these cars those like the rust spots and everything. That's the look I was envisioning. All right, we're gonna pull out of the mud pit here. Yeah, the rust is the look. All right, now we'll air it out a little bit. Yeah. Uh-oh. Jim Cramer had a rollover like that at one point. That was pretty gnarly in Bigfoot. So almost relived that a little early because that was not as early as this truck. Bobby Gilbert says, "What is the Bigfoot from Return of the Monster Trucks?" I cannot remember what button resets my trucks here. I think it's supposed to be X, but no. Why? Well, we're going to the next one. The Bigfoot and Return of the Monster Trucks. So they spoke incorrectly at the beginning of that special. They show Bigfoot on the 10-foot tires. That's Bigfoot 5, famously. They referred to it as Bigfoot 4, and then throughout the racing, they just refer to Bigfoot as Bigfoot. The Bigfoot that you're seeing race in Return of the Monster Trucks is Bigfoot 4. All right. So, since it is Return of the Monster Trucks, let's see if they have Bigfoot 4 in here. It might Oh, yeah, we got two different versions of Bigfoot 4, no, neither of which look. Wait, here it is. Yep, this is the exact look. So they do have three, and then three, of course, begat four. So we're gonna skip over three. We don't need to see every single iteration of Bigfoot because there's like 40 of them that are in here, and like there's doubles of some of them. Some of them are just certain ones with different body styles. We're gonna jump to Bigfoot 4. And this is the one that you will see on Return of the Monster Trucks on this very racetrack, this Louisiana Superdome track. And this thing's got some get up and go to it. And he can more or less do a donut, which is more than I can say for the others. All right, and we're gonna just for the heck of it, I'm not gonna hook up to the trailer because that's a whole ordeal. But I'm gonna line up like we were getting on the trailer. All right, here we go. Taking the run just like on the course. They pull up here on the trailer, stop after those cones, let them let you go. Then we're off again. Then they do the crossover. So I want to stay on this lane. These older trucks are bouncy, man. They're hard to control. Well, yeah, as is evidence there. Holy cow. Danger zone. Yes, the one that defeated Awesome Kong 2 is Bigfoot 4. The one that you see on the screen right now. We'll take a path through the mud pit. We came all this way. Why not, right? Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got no problem getting through there. We'll take a pass on this lane. And then I think we're going to switch up tracks. We're going to see about some other eras of Bigfoot. Yeah, there we go. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, none of them moved like that on Return of the Monster Trucks. They weren't really capable. All right. So that's our early eras of Bigfoot. So now we're gonna see free roam. We're gonna pick a new track here, and I think we're gonna jump to like Roanoke or Raleigh '89. Let's go Raleigh '89. Something bigger, something a little outdoors. Give us a little space to crank it a bit. We'll let that one load up, and we're gonna move on to our next era of Bigfoot. This was when the truck was really starting to get tuned in. The interesting thing about Bigfoot 4, the truck that we just got our first sort of glance at, it was the first of what's referred to as the Stage 2 monster trucks. Those were monster trucks that were purpose built to be monster trucks. They did not start their lives as stock trucks that you could buy at a dealership. They in fact were custom built, and that started with Bigfoot 4. Prior to that, they were all just, you went to the dealership, you bought a big truck, and you souped it up until it was, a monster truck. Um, so that was Bigfoot 4, who we just saw. We are going to see a different version of Bigfoot 4 now that would have come around in 1990, and that is the Bigfoot 4 Racer. And it's the same truck, just they had continued to refine, and it was the debut. You see on the back there, Bob and Marilyn Chandler's Bigfoot Racing Team. It was also the debut of this particular look for Bigfoot, the red and yellow stripe, which was partly done because they had a McDonald's sponsorship. They had a series of toys at McDonald's at one point. They also had a Hot Wheels deal around then, which brings us to our next toy of the stream. This is the standard Bigfoot from the 1990, so same year that they're marking that truck as, the 1990 Bigfoot Champions series from Hot Wheels. Again, one of my absolute favorites. You could even, the tires popped off to be down in the transport tires, so you could make it smaller and it would fit. It had a little trailer that you could buy. Those are real hard to come by now. Still on my must get list, but this was Bigfoot when I was early elementary school through about 5th grade. This was the look. And that was what I saw every weekend when I was tuning in on Truck and Tractor Power on TNN. Nickabine says, I love the stripes so much. I think the stripes was always a really good look. Now, I can remember, though, as a little kid, I was really surprised when he changed his look, and I didn't like it. You know, I was just a simple kid, and was not. I didn't like change. You know, I got to know Bigfoot looking a certain way. That's how my toys looked, and that was how like I had colored him for all that time. The McDonald's toys are something else. If you look up the series, they've got the Bigfoot shuttle, who we could talk about, but it's not in the game here. They had sort of the Bigfoot Ranger, also not in the game. They had the Ms. Bigfoot, also not in the game. I don't think. There might be a version of Ms. Bigfoot in here. We'll get to that. But those all ran on the 48-inch tires. Hey, hey, Cody in the house. Welcome. All right, we're gonna take a pass in the souped up Bigfoot 4 racer here. Yeah, and you can tell this thing is way more tuned in than the previous iteration just by how cleanly I made it over all of that. It's still a little bit bouncy, but like nothing compared to before. We'll take a pass back going the other way. Yeah, I can feel as I'm driving it that this is so like cleaned up. Oh, what made Ms. Bigfoot Ms. Bigfoot? It was a slightly different color. They made it baby blue. Not totally sure if what exactly that had to do with being Ms. Bigfoot. It was a little smaller. Maybe that was part of it. But it was driven by Marilyn Chandler, Bob Chandler's wife. And it should be noted that through most of Bigfoot's early history, Bob Chandler was not the driver. He drove it for the first ever car crush. He drove it at a lot of exhibitions, sort of just car shows. But when it came to racing, he let his friend Jim Kramer, who is still part of the Bigfoot organization, let him be the one to drive it. And actually, just this past July, Jim Kramer officially retired from driving the monster trucks. He did one last drive at the Bigfoot open house down in Missouri. I may end up going and visiting the Bigfoot open house this year. I don't know. I'm gonna try to make it out there in July. It's right around my birthday. It's the 50th anniversary. It would be pretty cool. See, Rye says, I'm here. I'm just looking at motorcycles on FB Marketplace. Yo, heck yeah, man. I spent a lot of time on Facebook Marketplace looking at both things that I could get and things I'll never get. And it's once it starts to figure out the kind of stuff you look for, it shows you some cool stuff. See, Bobby Gilbert says, when I was little, I remember the Monster Jam toys and Happy Meals. I remember when they did that too, and I actually have a bunch of them downstairs. That was when American Guardian's first ever toy was part of that part of that Happy Meal series, the little pullback American Guardian, and of course everyone knows my history. American Guardian having been owned by a family friend up here in Greenfield. I'm going to take one more pass with Bigfoot 4 Racer, and then we're going to swap out to our next Bigfoot truck. I think we'll stay on this track for now. There are better tracks, but we're going to try to advance them in ways that reflect the eras of the truck. Yeah, not a moment too soon. I blew a tire. He's getting it now. There we go. Can I save it? This was back when they didn't have lock differentials. Can't roll it up that way. All right. So we're gonna go on to our next iteration of Bigfoot. And you know what? I think we're gonna switch maps too. We are gonna switch maps because I've got one. The Bloomsburg Retro. It really has that truck and tractor power racetrack feel. The old it was the Penda Point series that was so famous for this particular version of Bigfoot, and a version of Bigfoot that I'm going to be doing some Tinkercad work on soon. I'm just going to keep myself in the little picture, but the Power Wheels Bigfoot with the black and the flames. was also part of that. That was an era where there was, I think, four different Bigfoot trucks in the racing circuit every week. There was striped Bigfoot, there was Wildfoot, which we'll get to in a little bit. There was Bigfoot Power Wheels, and there was Snakebite, which we'll also get to in just a little bit. Again, there's so many iterations of Bigfoot that we can look at here. All right. We are gonna, I think we're sticking. Oh, you know what? This is gonna be our first jump. We're gonna jump from the old school stage one and stage two trucks to our Bigfoot specific chassis here. And we're jumping through a number of Bigfoots. Bigfoot 5 had 10-foot tires and does not exist in this game yet. It's in the mobile game Monster Truck Destruction. And there's a number of toys of it. It's very cool. I got my picture with one of the clones of that truck. I want to say it's Bigfoot 9, that wound up also on 10-foot tires, that is on display at the Big Fun amusement park, or the Fun Spot Orlando. And the truck has been renamed Big Fun because they don't have rights to call it Bigfoot. Um, but yeah, we're gonna hop in here. We're gonna hop in here to Bigfoot 10. And rather than sticking with that same red and yellow stripe, and you can see on there, there's the little Hot Wheels logo on the side. That was during a big Hot Wheels sponsorship. We're gonna hop here to the one with this sort of lightning bolt here. Uh, well, you know what? We're gonna do Bigfoot Cruiser. This is when it was the transition between the two. It starts as that red and yellow stripe and then turns into the lightning bolt. This is what Bigfoot looked like the very first time I ever saw Bigfoot in person. I would have been, I want to say, 11 or 12, and a family friend took me to a family friend who's, their kid was one of my good friends. They took me to the Hartford Civic Center for a very early iteration of Monster Jam. Would have been like 96 or 97. And this is what Bigfoot looked like then. Now, something interesting to note here, and I'm going to have to get us, yeah, that's a good camera angle to see it. If you look above that rear tire, you don't see a shock absorber. What you see, if you look at the front, you see shock absorbers. On the back, you see this sort of weird shape. This was when Bigfoot was running a cantilever rear suspension. So it's a solid rod that you see pointed up to that sort of trapezoid shape. The rear of the trapezoid is on a pivot. And then off the top, coming back at that angle, I'll even move my mouse on the screen so you can see it. Right there is the shock absorber behind the body. There's your little trapezoid that hinges, and there's a solid bar that goes up and down. This allowed for a tremendous amount more of suspension travel, and you'll probably even be able to see it as I cruise around here. Yeah, like you can kind of see how the back drops down immediately when you hit the accelerator, and then it goes forward when you hit the brakes. That is entirely the function of that cantilever, and it's because they were running these tracks at the time, where they had a little bit of crush cars at the beginning, and then a long flat surface where you had to straighten out, and then I keep turning the engine off by stopping too suddenly, and then another set of cars you had to sort of air it over. And this was meant to let you kind of level off more easily and land after the big air. So I'm going to try to get a nice clean run here. Again, you don't want to get too high up over this first set of cars. You want to keep the tires touching. That lets you accelerate. Gun it through what they called no man's land, that big flat area, and then air it out over that second set of cars. So let's see what we can do. Okay, not bad. A little squirrely, little squirrely. See, and even that, I managed to keep it on all fours with, I don't think, any damage to the truck. Not bad. I'm pretty pleased with that. Now, Bigfoot was not the only truck running the cantilever suspension at the time. At that time, Predator, which had just switched over to the sort of fiberglass cat body, that it would later become so famous for having, and Snakebite, which was a Bigfoot truck, of course, as well as Carolina Crusher, were all running that same style at the time. We're going to try it again down this lane, see if we get similar results. Try to keep it on all fours. Try to make a good time. Here we go. A little bit more air there. Oh, we lost one of the flags. The sponsors aren't going to be happy. See, that was real clean. I feel great. Yeah, which was the style at the time? Shimmering Carlton. Oh, wow. So that's where the best viewers are. Thank you. Thank you, Shimmering Carrollton or whatever the name is. You know I'm on fire when the bots pop in. All right. We are going to swap to our next Bigfoot. We're 25 minutes in. Yeah, spam. We got a lot to get through. So we're going to I'm sorry. I'm kind of polite to everybody. At least I try to be. Although it does kind of, to me, it's really funny that whenever they pop up, I just go, "Oh, that's where the followers are." Like, I don't know. To me, that cracks me up every time. All right, so we're gonna go from that Bigfoot Cruiser to now Wildfoot. A Wildfoot was a real departure in the paint style, and at first it just said Bigfoot on the side. It didn't even say Wildfoot. Um, and boy, this was at an era where, yeah, all the best viewers are on my Twitch. This was in an era where me and my best friends, we were in about fifth grade at this point, and we were drawing these trucks every day. And them having new paint jobs just like really meant that we were really pushing our crayons to the limit. All right, we're gonna try the same thing here. Now, before I take off, I'm gonna roll it around to the side again. This is an era of Bigfoot that I absolutely adored. I love that they had on this little front visor on there, and they had the little wing on the back. This one doesn't have it, but most of them had a big tonneau cover here. And it's just, it had this particular front grille, that era of the F-150, F-250 body. Just an era that was, I mean, even like the Firestone tires, like, yeah, something about this was just absolutely my childhood. And again, you can see some of the sponsors here. You got Power Wheels on the back, Ford in big letters. This was again during the era of the Hot Wheels deal, so they also would have been sponsored by Hot Wheels at the time. And I think their McDonald's deal had run out at this point. Um, but yeah, this was a big era of Bigfoot for me. All right, starting our engine back up. All right, here we go. We're gonna take it for a spin, see if we can get a good time over here. Here we go. I might have been a little too aggressive with the braking. Oh, pulling power wheelies all over the place with that one. You know what though? Generally speaking, that was not bad. All right, let's get it back. We'll take it for another spin. We'll try the other lane. Maybe it's the lane. Right, Bobby? It's all about lane choice. Now, this was a fun era too for the monster trucks because they all had their own like theory on what made for the best runs here. They would pull up to this starting line and they would gun it a little bit and then slam on the brakes before the cars and then back up and then gun it. And what they were doing is they were building a little rut that they were starting the truck in, and it would when the truck would bottom out in the back to go forward, the rut was there so that the truck kind of evened out. You would see them doing it a bunch of times before runs. It was really interesting, and not all the trucks function that way. So like, it was also you were sort of sabotaging the lane for the next guy. Really interesting. All right, we're gonna again nice and smooth over that first set, gun it through no man's land. Then we got to air it out over the second set and try to get a good landing on the other end. All right, here we go. Ah, too much air, too much air. All squirrely in no man's land. Oh, and off the side. Oh, oh no, no, no. Well, that Was not really what I was looking for. Well, it's getting it now. Coolant overheating, no kidding. All right. Bobby Gilbert. Well, yeah, my truck has the zoomies. Just gonna let that wander around in the background while I pick another vehicle here. All right, we're going back into the Bigfoot chassis here. And again, this same era was when we would have had the Power Wheels Bigfoot, 1994. Like I said, for me, you can always kind of tell what year I was in what grade because I graduated high school in 2002. So the last digit of the year lined up with the grade for me. So 94, summer of 94 would have been the summer between fourth and fifth grade for me. And this again, oh yeah, see now this one has the big tonneau cover on the back with the Ford written on it. You know, got to keep those sponsors happy. And I mean, this whole truck is named after Power Wheels. So, all right, we're gonna line this bad boy up here. Bobby Gilbert says 94. That's the year I was born. That explains part of your screen name there. I guess the other part is explained by the fact that it's your name. So maybe not a ton of mystery in that one. All right. Now I'm gonna real quick give us the side view here. It's a beautiful design and a real departure for Bigfoot. This truck did not have the color blue on it. You know, it was a black truck with flames, a very different look. And in fact, I'm gonna hop to our big screen because it was only in the last couple years that Hot Wheels released a version of this truck. This is the body that I took off of mine because we're going to be modeling up and 3D printing a custom chassis and tires for it. Um, you know, I've really grown accustomed to how these look, where I make them look like the Matchbox Superchargers. I think it's a real clean look, but I might I might model this one to be more in line with the Hot Wheels Champions series, which is a fairly different scale. I'm nerding out on toys for a second, but like you can see, like it's a very different scale of vehicle. So I don't know. I might have to change it that way. Let's see. Bean says, like to say you're young, but anyone from the 90s isn't young these days. And Bobby says, have you seen my walker? All right, kids. Let's everybody be cool. All right, let's get us back to our race view here. I'll reignite my engine. All right, we're gonna try for a nice clean run with the Bigfoot Power Wheels. This would have been the Dan Runty truck at the time. We had Andy Brass was usually in classic Bigfoot. Wildfoot could have been any number of guys, and then we had Dan Runty in the Power Wheels Bigfoot usually. All right, here we go. Okay, that was clean. If I can straighten back out. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, lost a tie rod. That's a no good, boss. Oh, managed to save it though. I'm down a tie rod and some body panels. You know what? Beat up or not, I'm gonna. Oh boy, yeah. Actually, we're all kinds of messed up. If I can get us back around to the starting line, I'm gonna try to take it for another run here. At the end of the stream, I'm just going to give everyone the heads up. I will once again be raiding Johnny Torres, trying to send folks his way every chance we get. Always got to look out for the homies. All right. Oh, oh, oh boy. The engine just started smoking and it shut off on its own. That might not be ideal. All right, we're going to take it for another run anyway. Once again, I'm going to spin it around here. We have we've lost a tie rod here. We've lost a body panel. I believe we got a sunken shock up on the front. We got that tie rod's hanging down. That's going to be trouble. Oh boy. All right. Well, we're gonna do it anyway. I'm not in it, so I guess what's the big deal? Oh, last night Johnny and I thought of a dream match. Give it to me. What's the dream match? I want to know. All right, here we go. Engine's off. Restarting. Oh boy. Yeah, this thing is actually not. I might not have too bad a run. Oh no. You know what? I made it through there relatively okay, but uh, the standard USHRA rules are that if uh, if you don't hit the two sides of the ramp cleanly, then you get a 5-second delay. So not ideal. I'm looking up how I recenter the camera. What button does it? Well, let's try. Boy. All right. We're going to swap to our next vehicle, I think. I think we've done enough damage to that poor thing. But we're not done with the Penda Point series mid 90s era Bigfoots. We do have at least one more that we got to try out here. And it could be a little controversial because technically, I know we did Wildfoot, technically not Bigfoot. We did Power Wheels Bigfoot. You could argue not Bigfoot. And you could argue that we should do Hollywood Hogan, Hulkster, Sting, and Stinger, who were all WCW Bigfoot trucks. They also did the Macho Man truck from that one pay per view that had the big hat on it. But I'm not going to do any of those. I'm going to jump to Snakebite 1992. I did not bring a Snakebite toy out here, but I do have a number of them. All right, let's see if we can fix our camera mode here. I believe this is the one we want, and we want to be like kind of behind it. All right, let's go line up and see what Snakebite does. This particular era of Snakebite had one of the gnarlier crashes of the whole Penda Point series ever. Um, Famously taking out a like work shed from the venue. It was a pretty gnarly crash, especially for one where the truck didn't actually roll over. He just kind of went out of control and crashed through an entire work shed. Really amazing. All right, here we go. We're going to take this run. Again, smooth up and over, gun it through no man's land, and air it out at the end. Let's see how straight we can keep it. Okay, let's see. Bobby Gilbert says, me, Danhausen, and Matt Cardona. Whoa. The complete monster truckhausen. Okay. Versus Rip Bison, Manders, and Levi Shapiro. Tama Manpeas. That's great stuff. I'd do that. That's a trios match I can get behind. All right, here we go. Definitely a bit too much air over that first set there. And not really as much as I would have liked on the second one. We got there, but all right, we'll go back and reset. We'll take it from this other side here. Wow. These things really we lost the tonneau cover. Oh, and we busted the cantilever suspension. You can see it over traveling there. We definitely outran the shock. Yikes. All right. Well, we're gonna take it over anyhow. I am gonna give us the quick spin here. Get a look at Snakebite, which was Bigfoot created Snakebite. One, because it would sell more Hot Wheels vehicles, and two, because they wanted their own in-house heel to play off of Bigfoot. They wanted a villain to Bigfoot being the hero, and Snakebite was it because Snakebite also was not driven by a standard Bigfoot driver. It was driven by Colt Cobra, who never showed his face. He had a fire mask that would go under his helmet like they all had to wear, but his was painted to look like a snake. And then sometimes Ricky Radler would drive it, and it was the same sort of thing. And sometimes it was Vic Venom. It depended on which of the Snake Men was there to drive. Uh, Now this particular snake bite, which was actually Bigfoot 4, I believe. It was the revamped, re-upped Bigfoot 4 by that point, I want to say. Uh yes, it was technically a standard Bigfoot driver, and I could tell you which one, but I won't. I won't. In some weeks you could tell because his voice would sound oddly familiar if you'd heard interviews with the other drivers. Um, but yeah, this particular version of Snakebite was recently restored for last year's Bigfoot open house. It's not Jim. It was never Jim. That's how they get you. Yeah, tricky. All right, here we go. We're making that run. Oh, yeah, he's pulling the front end up because the back is in rough shape here. Okay. Oh no, that's not what you want. We just left a tire way in the back. Well, I guess that's how that went. Ooh, rough shape. Gene Patterson, who was a famous Bigfoot driver, was almost exclusively the snake bite driver. All right. We are going to swap tracks and we're going to start jumping into some other versions of Bigfoot here. We're going to go something a little more modern. Now, I could easily take us to the Hot Wheels track and say like, "Oh yeah, this is our Bigfoot track these days," which is true. It is what they run these days. But I think instead, I think we're going to go to like sort of like a modern, like a outdoor, like yeah, Sharon Speedway ought to do. I know, I was so close to saying Gene Parmesan. That's right. It wasn't Snakebite, it was Gene Parmesan. How you doing? Ah, Gene! I knew it was him. Why'd you scream? Well, I thought he was that guy. All right, and let's select our more modern version of Bigfoot. So we are moving now into the era of the 2000s. I'm scrolling my list on my second screen here. So by 1994, we had seen all the way up to Bigfoot 15. And these were all different trucks that had debuted for all kinds of shows and would later go on to be updated to look different ways. So that's 94. That's the same era as that snake bite. And in fact, at that point, Bigfoot 4 even was still running. Um, the next new Bigfoot truck wouldn't come for 13 years. It wouldn't be until 2007 that we finally saw debuting at the Four Wheel and Off Road Jamboree in Springfield, Missouri. We saw the first Bigfoot monster truck to have a 2-speed power glide transmission, Bigfoot 16. We're gonna see if 16 specifically is in here. I do sort of have an image here for what it looked like. So yeah, thanks for the character. Yeah, of course. All right, and there are a number of different Bigfoots that are in here under this chassis. All right, so as we cruise down here, they also have some that we missed. We got like Bigfoot 7 down here, Power Wheels 94, which we sort of saw. We got the Bigfoot Cruiser, Bigfoot 8 Racer. Bigfoot 8 has a great history behind it. It's I think that's the one that's in Africa somewhere or possibly South America. There's like two Bigfoots that have disappeared to other countries and will never be brought back, unfortunately. Um, all right, so I believe from the pictures I'm seeing that this Super Duty might be the one we're after, but I'm going to scroll down a little bit further because it might be one of the summits. Now, these are all the naming conventions here are very strange. Um, so you'll have to bear with me as I do a bunch of scrolling to look for specific versions of Bigfoot. Unprofessional wrestling. Yo, I gotta ask you what you think about Cena turning. uh, yeah, so I talked about it a little bit last night when folks asked. I think it's 20 years overdue, right? Like it was almost 20 years ago we were all begging for him to turn heel. I mean, 2005, 2006, when they were pushing him as a babyface and everyone was booing him for the first time. That was like right around ECW and being reborn, that era. They waited 20 years and finally gave it to us, and they gave it to us right on his way out the door. I have a lot of theories on it. I wonder if with his intended movie career, if he thinks he just won't have time to do the Make-A-Wish stuff, or yeah, that's right. It's his first time heel since 2002. So first time he's been heel since I was in high school. Snakefoot. Wow, I hadn't seen that one. All right, so I believe Summit Bigfoot has a few in here. And if not, I'm going to have to scroll back up. Yeah, here we go. The Summit Bigfoots. Yeah, we're going to get into some of those. Okay, these are going to have. Oh, we got a 50th anniversary in here. I didn't even see that. This must have updated when I wasn't looking. All right, so we're going to get back up a little ways here to, I think it's the Firestone sponsorship Bigfoots are what we're after. Although those all might be rally trucks too. Yeah, I guess it's just the one that's labeled Bigfoot 4x4x4. And we're gonna see what Bigfoot was kind of looking like right around the 2000s to mid 2000s. Was sort of the Ford F-150 sort of Super Duty kind of build, very very classic. And in fact, it's the one. Now you see that truck up there right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get the up close view. That one right up above my shoulder here, up in the display there. That's what this one is. Let's see. Can I get it right up next to it? Yeah, look at that. Not bad for little toy maker Perry. Nailed it. All right. We are going to fire that one up and we're going to take it for a spin on this track and see what we can do. All right. Aha. I found the reset button. Several trucks too late, but we got there. All right, we're going to cruise around. Yeah, here we go. Now this is like our first truly like modern style Bigfoot, and we can take this one and really try some of the some of the stuff that you didn't really start seeing monster trucks do till the mid 2010s. Like we can try for a nose stand, almost a moonwalk too. Something that monster trucks really weren't able to do until that era. All right, let's bring it up here and we'll take it back and give it a good gun down the track here. Really, really nail it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, we're into the walls. We're into the walls. We're going to start popping tires. Okay, we're definitely going to have to redo that. That's a no good boss. Hey, Herobotic made it. Welcome aboard. All right, we've respawned. We're going to give it another spin here. Up, up, up. That's not how we wanted to start that. There we go. Uh, wow. This truck's got a lot of power, but it doesn't handle the way some of the other ones in here do that are a bit more sturdy. Oh, nice. Thanks, Robotic. I appreciate it. Oh, geez, yeah, you're right. I didn't switch cams. Holy cow. Thanks, Bobby. Bobby on the lookout. All right, here we go. Let's find out if this mid 2000s Bigfoot can do a backflip. Not even difficult. Easy peasy. That's okay. I'm glad that the camera wasn't switched yet because I was driving very poorly. So I'm happy to have switched it late. Yeah, let's go for the nose wheelie again now that we got the camera pointed the right way. Here we go. Gonna creep up on it. Boy, that's hard to do on Beam. Not like on the Monster Jam game where they purposely made it easy. Here it's actually like a skill. All right, let's wheelie it out over the van stack. Uh, oh, rough landing. Rough landing. Whew. They're really not taking it easy on this truck. Thank you, Bobby. I feel like you might be mocking me. Take it up and over this next van stack. Trying to keep an eye on the time. Oh, yeah. There we go. Little slap wheelie. I don't get those off often in Beam. Feel pretty good about that. Well, and there she goes. Oh, no, we're back in business. We saved it. Definitely something a little wonky on the back end of the truck, though. Somehow we slid right through that. Wow, you know what? I take it back. This thing's sturdy. We'll take it over and see if it does a clean backflip again. No. Well, let's yeah, I think the techs have shut us off. Oh geez. Oh, come on, come on. You know what though? For all the abuse I'm giving it, it actually is kind of sturdy. Like it should be in way worse shape. All right. We're going to swap out to our next Bigfoot. We've been making our way through. I think it's time we hit one of those rally truck style Bigfoots. These would have started popping up if I'm looking down our chronology here. The first one I see that's in that style would have been like 2011. Yeah, who needs back wheels? Back wheels are overrated. I agree. So somewhere right around 2011 is when we would have seen the first sort of rally style or trophy truck style Bigfoots. So if we scroll down, got to go right by these standard Bigfoots here. We're going to get down to where they're sort of named after the sponsors, which will fall under the letter F. for Firestone, who have been a Bigfoot sponsor for like ever. Like going back at least 30 other 50 years. All right. Here we go. We're back to the Firestone Bigfoots. We're going to go with sort of a classic look here. And you can see up in the display right above my head, they had a bunch of different versions that were like many different colors. Like there's a white one, black, black and red and white. We're going to stick with the sort of blue here. And we're going to call this is roughly like Bigfoot 18 is what we would have been looking at here. This would have been during the Dan Runte era, where he was sort of the head driver. And in a lot of ways, he still is. He's down there working for Bigfoot, still training guys. I was fortunate enough to get to meet him at a Hot Wheels Monster Trucks live show a couple of years ago. There we go. Nice little slap wheelie. Okay, I'm starting to get all right. I'm starting to get back into how this works. Yeah, bale of hay is what Bobby wants. A classic old Perry joke here. Whoa. All right, well, we've ripped the van stack apart. Holy cow. See if this thing wants to do some donuts for us. It's bringing that front tire up. Those Firestones are grippy. All right, let's see if we can get a little nose walk going here. Yeah, just a little bit, just a little. Yeah, I know. I showed that van stack what was up. All right, well, we'll go ahead and reset that one. And we'll try it for the backflip. Ooh, the Bigfoot trucks do not like the backflips. Which makes sense because to this day, Bigfoot has never done a backflip. Bigfoot only did its first nose wheelie like a year or two ago. Like he's not there doing the Monster Jam tricks. I got greedy. I got greedy. Should have known better. All right, let's take it over the van. We'll try another. Yeah, really doesn't like the backflips. Holy cow! There we go. So your key to the moonwalks is to always be on the brake line to regulate it, similar to real life. Calling it a wheel nosy from now. Definitely trickier in Beam than in real life. I'd be willing to bet. Maybe you're right. I'm gonna give that a shot and see. I do think wheel nosy is a better name for it. Yeah, staying on the brake doesn't give me enough oomph to make it happen here. Uh, yeah, if I'd gotten back on the gas there, I would have been okay. I might have had it. All right, we'll try it with the next iteration. Yeah, Yeah, that's what I wanted. Oh, no, well, it was going pretty good there for a second. I'm just a cheapo knockoff controller here. I got me one of those Logitech sort of faux PlayStation controllers. Is Chuck Plumley supposed to pop in? Did I miss him? Is he here? Yeah, that's right. I can't use this on a submersible. Dirigible? Submergible. Well, any kind of actual vehicle I probably don't want to control with this thing. I can barely control a fake monster truck with it. All right, here we go. Let's try it again. Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, that's the best one I've done. Feel good about that. Hitting any shows soon? For monster truck shows, I don't have anything scheduled. There's not a ton coming through my area for a little bit. I mean, there's like Monster Jam and stuff, but I have my own bookings on the days that it's coming through. That's the backflip. I knew we'd get there. Yeah. Okay, now that I've already taken the front end off the truck, let's try the wheel nosy again. Ah, ha, ha. No bueno. Hitting the throttle a little early on the backflip. Oh, is that what I'm doing? But see, because I tried to hit it late before and it just really wasn't having it. Oh, you know what? When you're right, you're right. Way cleaner, way cleaner. I held off just a second longer. See, this is what happens when you have someone else in the chat who's driven a real monster truck. My experience was very brief. All right, here we go. Ah, my engine shut off while I was on the brake. Not what I was looking for. Not what I was looking for. All right, we'll hit another slap wheelie, then we're gonna swap trucks here. F in the chat. All right, little breakdance move at the end there. Yo, that would be so cool. If you do, I want to know about it. I'm gonna need to see video. All right, here we go. We're gonna swap tracks at the same time. We're gonna go free roam elsewhere. Let's see. We could do one of the little Monster Jam arenas. We can do like one of the Monster Jam like the All-Star Challenge tracks. We can do let's see. We have a few throwbacks. We have the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks track. We got the indoor Monster Jam, the concrete track. Did not get to move Jurassic Attack from the pit party in Fargo a few weeks back, but if I finally get to rip one, oh, for sure, you got to let me know. I don't think I have Sam Boyd, Bobby Gilbert. Do I? Do I have Sam Boyd and I'm forgetting? I don't think I do. Now I'm like eyeing all of them real carefully. Yeah, I don't have Sam Boyd, but it's possible one of these, any throwdown tracks. I think one of these was modeled after a throwdown track, actually. Oh, it's one of the all-star tracks, says Bobby. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Let's see. We'll go with the freestyle. That's going to be more fun. We'll spawn there. All-Star Challenge was Sam Boyd. Okay, all right. So this is what happens when I get my monster truck peeps in the chat. Gonna help me out. Fatal error? I don't think so. Quiet you. Don't worry about that. That's nothing. All right. Oh yeah, I see, because it starts me back in Thunder Alley. Heck yeah. Let's go. All right, we're gonna hop to our vehicles. Because we're continuing to make our way through the history of Bigfoot, it really wouldn't be the history of Bigfoot if we didn't hit what I think is one of the most interesting Bigfoots. And that is Bigfoot 20. A little controversial for some folks. A little controversial, but Bigfoot 20, the first ever electric monster truck. Now, of course, in this game, they do not run on electric motors. It has a standard gas motor. That could be changed. These are moddable, and they do have electric vehicles in this game. So, who knows? At some point, they may alter that. So we got to get to the Odyssey Bigfoot 20. Now, I think we've talked about it a little bit before. Unprofessional Wrestling says Snakebite. I actually played Snakebite earlier when I was in the Penda Points series era. We got to check out the cantilever suspension and everything. Maybe I'll bring it back up toward the end of the stream. We'll run through some of the like Bigfoot oddities one time. All right, as we get to Odyssey, there we go. Odyssey Bigfoot. There it is. And you see it even says right on the side Odyssey Battery. A bold claim for a truck that in this game definitely has an alcohol burning engine. Oh, we got an ad. Bobby's got an ad. All right, here's our pretend electric. You know what? I'm gonna turn it electric. I'm just gonna mute the audio from the game. Now it's like it's electric. Wee, wee. Every time I accelerate, I'm just gonna make that noise. All right, we'll take a quick racing pass here. Something that Bigfoot never did was the Sam Boyd World Finals stage, or the All Star stage, as it were. You come down your Thunder Alley. Got to get on that brake. Swinging it way wide. No, no good. That's not what you want. And then we take it home. All right. But let's knock out a little freestyle with this thing, huh? Here we go. Let's see if a little bit of a nose walk. I'm okay with that. Still getting a feel for the truck and the track, truth be told. Whoa, okay. All right, we saved it there. Yep, I definitely accelerated too early. And the save. I'll take it. Oof, tough landing. Did it again. Bobby will be back in a second. All right, let's just try the end wall here. Roll in and yeah. Boy, that's exactly the trick. It's hitting that accelerator a bit later than you would think. Wow, I've been so pampered by the arcade physics of the Monster Jam game that all the finesse was gone from my backflip technique. A little bit better of a moonwalk there. I'll take it. Backflips are about suspension preload. If you notice how people let off right before they do sky wheelies and back on the throttle, the timing of yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The sky wheelie is like, when I was a little kid, the 90s, 80s, that was like the one trick that the trucks could really do reliably because it was all about that slow approach, and once the front wheel was up, you gun it, and the rear wheel would push the whole rest of the truck forward. And that was one where I really learned the physics of it using my old school Clodbuster RC when I was a kid. Because, the suspension on it was so kind of accurate to that particular era of monster truck. It really had that 80s, we're just heavy shocks with no travel on them kind of build. And yeah, it functioned exactly like the trucks I had seen at the crappy little shows at the Springfield Civic Center when I was a kid. So I got real good at that. We had one of those old school kind of thick wood step transitions between the floor of our living room and the floor of our kitchen in my house when I was a little kid. And so when I'm like, 10 or 11 and had my Clodbuster for the first time, that was kind of where I got to drive it in the evenings. And so I would do that. Let's see. Sometimes they go up with speed, stab the brakes, then back on the gas. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of things that they've yet to really get to try out, and you got to try them a few times before you really know. You get a bad bounce when you have an idea of how something should work. You got to try it a few more times before you know if it was just, a divot in the track or if the truck wasn't really functioning the way you like that day. Every truck rides a little differently, so yeah, I could see where some of these trucks and some of these tricks could take a long time to develop. Yeah, I got to have a bit more finesse on those. You want to try. No, no, no bicycle in this game. Right, let's bring it around. I want to back up to the backflip wall here. Come forward just a bit, refresh the truck, and then we'll bring it back up. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah, you can tell what I'm doing. Not having a ton of luck with it yet, but almost. I had it standing. It didn't quite do what I was looking for. This one's tricky. Oh no. Well, or I can just give it my best shot here with just there we go. There we go. Let's rip some donuts with the electric truck and just leave it on its hood. All right, I'm gonna grab us another Bigfoot. It's been fun kind of making our way through these. All right. It's right, we're in the CRD chassis here. There we go. So that's the Odyssey. I think we still need to see some of the Firestone Bigfoots here. Yeah, we got. Oh no, we did one of those already, didn't we? All right, and there is one other further down. There's another Bigfoot sponsor way toward the bottom. that we got to check out. Because there's been a lot of like weird ones. There's like little offshoot ones. Like there's the, let's see, do you know the history of the CRD foot? I do not. Tell me. Tell me about it. Let's see here. I know somewhere in here there's like the MLB Bigfoot and stuff. Like these weird offshoots where it had like sponsorships for like a day. You know, very short lived. Now, was it the Summit that we were looking for? Did we try that one already? Summit Bigfoot. Here we go. Yeah, there's a few here. Ooh, we got yeah, there's some cool looks here. Let's go with this the sort of the white on blue silver, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna hit that we'll round out the evening with the Summit Bigfoot 50th anniversary, but we can also we may go back and rock some of the weird sort of offshoot Bigfoots if we have some time. All right, let's see. Unprofessional Wrestling throws in. So the CRD was originally built by Robbie Gordon to compete in Monster Jam. For whatever reason, that didn't happen, and the Foot bought the truck. But the Robbie Association is why the it was sponsored by Speed Energy when they debuted. Oh, interesting. Speed Energy was owned by. Wow, I didn't know that. All right, and here we got our Summit Bigfoot, and you can see actually on it, it's got the 40th anniversary logo on there. Yeah, right on the hood. Look at that. So we've hit the 40th anniversary. So that would make this 2015, which would make this roughly Bigfoot 22 or so. And this is why we can't have nice things, you guys. Uh, uh, uh. You want ants? That's how you get ants. Sorry, everyone. I've been rewatching Archer again. I'm on my second rewatch. Can we save it? Can we save it? So close. Bobby Gilbert giving us his age updates as well. He turned 21 in 2015. All right, let's take it down Thunder Alley one time here. We'll give number 22 here 21. Yeah, we'll give 21 here a I guess it's 22. Yeah, we'll give Bigfoot 22 a little bit of a World Finals run here. Austin calling you an old man. Austin, welcome aboard. I don't know if I'd seen you in there yet. All right, here we go. We're gonna coming down Thunder Alley. All right, hey, not You know what? This could go a lot worse. Hey, give him a break. It's Bigfoot's first time at Sam Boyd, okay? Oof, rough day at the office. Maybe we'll give that another shot, huh? It was my fault. I got on the rear steer in the wrong direction. All right, here we go. We're giving another shot. The racetrack at Sam Boyd Stadium. Technically, that's as good as we're gonna do because this is the freestyle track, not the racing track. All right, let's see if this one likes a backflip. Yeah, okay. I mean, not perfectly clean, but I'll take it. Let's go try over for the nose wheelie, huh? Came all this way. Might as well. Yeah, I got no finesse on those. It is a neat effect that they have the flash bulbs going off out in the crowd. I keep looking up like, what is that? Yeah, that was not, that was anticlimactic. Come on, that was pretty clean though. Do you see that? Just launch off the container. Oh, I just missed it. Okay, hang on. We're gonna come back around. We'll hit the container for sure. A little slap wheelie. Clean backflip. I'll take that. Oh, I think I got a front tie rod coming loose from the looks of things here. Nicobene says, as the oldest person here, let's lay off the grandpa jokes for now. Did we deter? Wow, I'm not supposed to be up there. Yikes. Um, I don't think we determined you were the oldest person here. I believe I am the oldest person here. Oh, sure. Where was that turn when I was trying to run the race course? Sure. Bobby says, I dread May 12th. Is that because that's your birthday, Bobby? I've forgotten. Or is something else happening May 12th? Oh, that's true. Herobotic is older than me. Oh, I forgot. That's right. I'm gonna rip this around a little bit more, and then we're gonna go grab that 50th anniversary Bigfoot. Oh, right. Okay, I guess Nicobeans is older than me. That's some serious elevation, Holmes. Scott Douglas, nice. Good pull. Boy, it's crazy what a different feel these modern truck mods are versus the Penda Points era trucks versus the retro trucks. Oh yeah, I've lost steering in the front, I think. Oh yeah, the front steering is okay. It's the tie rod on the front. Well, as Kev Talbot would say, it's getting it now. I got nothing left to save on it now. Let's just gun it straight to the backflip wall. Oh, that went about perfect. Bobby says it's my 1 year anniversary of streaming, and I'm revisiting the worst NASCAR game ever made. Holy, I mean, I can only imagine the worst NASCAR game ever made. That sounds daunting. Yeah, Cody says that'll buff out. Yeah, that'll buff right out. Fresh coat of paint, no one will notice anything happen. It's just a little ding. All right, we're gonna scroll, scroll, scroll all the way down to the Summit Bigfoots again. And there's the 50th anniversary, which is not what the actual 50th anniversary truck looks like. 50th anniversary Bigfoot looks pretty good. Like it's kind of just a variation on what they've been doing, but I don't have a problem with it. You know, they kind of went back to the old school 70s throwback body, and it's got a bunch of gold on it. I think it looks great. Rough start for the 50th anniversary truck. But you know, as freestyle runs go, people would love that. Oh yeah, there it is. I got on the brake right before it and it did it. Did the trick. Oh, come on. That was like my best one. I got a little ways on that, but not enough. Not as clean as I'd have liked it. Ooh, way late on the gas there. All right, let's try. Okay, that was my best one yet. This truck's giving me the juice. Give my son the juice. We have unlimited juice. This party is going to be off the hook. It's going to be just like a Mother Boy Eve. I'm a monster truck. Is everyone excited for us to all jump over as a big group and raid Johnny Torres in just a little bit here? Usually I kind of have to like stream and bounce because I have my workout that I gotta hit. This time I might be able to hang out just a little bit before I go down for my workout. Hey, I'm getting better at those. Look, I'm not great at them, but it's getting a lot better. All right, but I think the 50th anniversary needs a run down the race lane here. I'm still not great at coming down Thunder Alley into the race shot, but we're gonna give it a try anyway. See if I can hit a clean turn at the end here, because I've been terrible at it, which is weird. Like I'm absolutely of the generation where, like, to me, monster trucks race each other. It's the thing they do. It's what I should be best at. I seem to be a little bit better at freestyle. I don't know. Might come from the wrestling and just being reckless. All right, here we go. I'm taking my time down Thunder Alley because I've been known to hit those walls. Ooh, the rear steer was going the wrong way at first. Oh no, big wide turn. That's not what you want. Ugh, not a great run. We'll try it on the other side. Maybe that's what it is. I'm gonna tell myself it was lane choice that got me all mucked up there. We'll blame lane choice, everybody. All right, here we go. Rolling up, resetting the truck. Here we go. Here we go. Another run down the race lane. Oh! No, we're hitting the wall. Oh, I got on the brakes like crazy and just oof, no bueno. Oh, we busted a tie rod. Oh, that's not good. Well, he's getting it now. It is wild to be watching Archer when like most Jessica Walter quotes in my head are definitely arrested. And then I go and I watch Walter, or I watch Archer, and she's Mallory Archer. Really throws me off. All right, here we go. All right, we're doing pretty good here. Ah, I did it again. I keep turning the rear steer the wrong way out of habit because it's the other way in Monster Jam from how I set it. Ah, but it's the poor carpenter who blames his tools. Big save. Now let's go back to trying that nose wheelie. Ugh, watching a monster truck parallel park. Not what we came to see. All right, here we go. Gonna just idle up and over. Hey, that's definitely my best one yet. I am starting to get it with this one. This is my truck for the nose wheelies. Getting much better. Gonna crab walk it in reverse up and over. Mike Vaughters style. Yeah. You know what, I gotta tell you, that one tip about hitting the acceleration a little bit late on that makes all the difference. All right, straightened out. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, come on. That was a lot better. I even got us going backwards on that. Let's go. We're getting there. I feel like I'm spending a lot of time building a skill that's not super transferable to my day to day. Got a 10 from Unprofessional Wrestling. Thank you. And from Nika Beans. Much appreciated. All right, let's line it up and give it another shot here. Feeling good about this. Ah, a little late. Didn't gun it like I could have. Oh, yeah, that was going to be rough no matter what happened. Got a 9 from 9 from the Transylvanian judge. Ah, not the same. Come on, come on. We can get there. I did not know I'd spend this much time of a Bigfoot stream working on my nose wheelies, but it's just a fun skill to work on in this game. Oof, just barely saved it. Ripped the nose off. What is going on? All right. All right, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna hop up. Bobby says, "What did you call me?" All right, we're gonna hop to a different version of that same track. I wanna see what other layouts are like. So that was the day two freestyle. We'll go to racing and best trick. Slightly different layout. I'm out now. Have a great night, folks. See you, Robotic. Thanks for hanging, bud. We'll talk soon. Uh-oh. 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 This game's having a... Okay, there we go. Now we're loaded. It had me worried there. It was acting real funky for a minute. All right, so Bigfoot vehicles in the chat. Do we have any requests for specific vehicles? I'm hoping for more modern trucks, like the CRD ones, because I seem to be getting a little bit cooler tricks with those. But I will go older. I can go to like the old school, the Team Bigfoot chassis. We could rock one of the Sting trucks or one of the Snake Bites. We could even, we can go to the. I mean, I'm not going to rock a Hogan for obvious reasons. Um, let's see. We can go back to the stage ones, or we can run any number of Bigfoots here. Speed, energy, or if the Vicor one is there. All right, so let's find out. That's definitely going to be under the CRD chassis for Bigfoot. And then I swear there's like supposed to be a search over here for this, but I guess we're just going to have to scroll. Wait, how do I get the search up? I know there is one. All right, if anyone in the chat wants to tell me how to get no search in vehicle packs, unfortunately. Dang it. All right. So we're looking for Vicor or Speed Energy. Well, let's just check for the S's and the V's. Why not? Let's see. Speed Energy, Bigfoot. We got it. We got the big orange. Let's rock that one. I'll check Vicor as well. We'll check Vicor real quick, just because we're all the way down here. Doesn't look like. Looks like we're out of luck with the Vicor Bigfoot. But we will rock the speed. Speed Energy. We'll go with the orange Bigfoot. Such a weird look. This is when he was a Chevy. This is the lone Chevrolet body on a Bigfoot. So weird. So weird. The only time they did it. And it's really weird. All right. And I already popped the tire. That Firestone behaving like a BKT. All right. What is this track? Really funky little course they got laid out here. I would assume then it's supposed to come through here and hit a final jump there. All right, but we got a skills set up here, so we got a lot of stuff we can try, I bet. And we will. We'll try the coming down off of here moonwalk. Hey, I like that. That's a real easy approach. Oh, okay. All right, all right. Maybe a little slap wheelie from this guy. Yep, a little bit, little bit. Sky wheelie. Okay, all right, all right. See how this one likes a see how this one likes a backflip, huh? Boy, those camera flashes really mess with me. Oof. Well, didn't quite land it. That's all right. We're gonna come back up here and try this again. I like this one. This is very cool. Oh, come on, save it. Yeah, come on. Come on. Ah, feeling real good about that. All right. bring it back around here and give this another try. Uh, 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 we had a little glitch there, so I missed my timing. And that time I just decided to just floor it and see what happened. I got to tell you, the results were not really disappointing. Let's see, can I backflip off this? Well, not well. All right, we're gonna try a couple more nose wheelies, a couple more flips, and then we're gonna wrap this Bigfoot retrospective. And I'm gonna raid Johnny Torres because he deserves it. He's one of the good ones. Oh, come on, let's go. Ah, I was doing pretty good. Didn't keep it. Let's see if I can do a backup one here. Ah, I couldn't shift around fast enough. Bobby, you back from your ad break yet? We gotta get Joey Nails in here to start gifting Bobby some subs. All right, here we go. Rolling up. We're gonna try this nose wheelie again. Was a little too judicious with the gas there. I should have just gunned it. But instead I decided to be the nice guy and go easy on it. Nice smooth landing on that. Heck yeah. All right, here we go. This is the one. I can feel it. Ah, I just got a little bit trigger happy on the gas there, but I walked it pretty good. Ooh, that was a tough one to watch. All right, here we go. Last attempt, then we'll hit a couple backflips and freestyle it out to go home here. Oh, come on, that was weak. We'll try that again since we're right here. Yeah, weird to see a Chevy front end on Bigfoot. Super weird. Yeah, that's what happens when Bigfoot's a Chevy. It's gonna roll over. It's not natural for him. Oh, just nicked that wall. Just kissed the wall just a little bit. Oh, that felt like that could be one too. Oh, that's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater remasters dropping. They gave the date. Wow, July 11th coming out on Perry's birthday. Well, if someone's gonna gift me that game, maybe we'll do it on Steam as a birthday stream. I haven't played a Tony Hawk Pro Skater game in a long time. I mean, I think I stopped at Pro Skater 2, I think was the last one I really played. What's weird is everyone I know is like, yeah, those games kind of taught me about punk rock and ska. Meanwhile, I was I was like, I kind of played the game because I was like, hey, finally a game that has the music I like in it. Like everyone else claims to have learned about those songs from those games. For me, I learned about those games because the songs were in them. Are you playing them on stream, Bobby, or no? There's a little jump in this lane. All right, here we go. We definitely took out the front tie rod on that. Once you return, where are you going? Right, Bobby's going to Monster Jam this weekend. Bobby, who you got on your lineup there? And is it an arena show or a stadium show? Tell us about it before we call it a stream here. I just want to see what happens if I keep it pinned in a crab walk long enough. Will it eventually land back on its wheels? Almost. Nope. Let's see, the Zimmers, Matt Cody, and a few others. Ah, right, right. How did I end up back here? I'm not supposed to be back here. I feel like this is off limits. Am I supposed to be here? Did I just discover a secret level in Tony Hawk? Is that what this looks like to anybody else? Oh, nice. That reminds me, unprofessional wrestling. I'm going to be, I don't know if you were in the stream last night when I mentioned it. I'm going to be wrestling out in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee, sometime in July. I'll be able to get you a date privately because I think I'm not supposed to announce it just yet. But we'll see. Maybe there's a show. Maybe there's something going on. Out Midwest ways for Throwdown at that point. We can get me out to a show. Get you on the vlog. All right, let's go slow and then. Yeah, nice smooth transition into that donut. All right, we'll try one last attempt at this nose wheelie, and then we're gonna go raid Johnny Torres, everybody. All right, here we go. Oh, that was pretty good. I'm right there. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. Really is fun. It's a really fun thing to goof around trying. Probably a handful of possibilities in July. Some of the throwdown schedules on the website now. Yeah, hey, I'll check it out because if there's something nearby, like that would be great. You could come to the show and see me, and then I'll get out to the throwdown show. Oh, come on, that was pretty good. Uh, I'm so obsessed with getting this nose wheelie just right. It's so addicting to try to get it really spot on. Here we go. Last try. Good. All right. Let's drive it into the ground. There we go. Back on the wheels. Well, we've thrashed the whole body. The truck itself doesn't seem in too bad a shape considering. And that's it. We're stuck. All right. I'm going to get us a nice clean end screen here and say thank you all so much for joining me on a Tuesday night, Perry. It was awesome to have you on as we looked at the history of my favorite monster truck on its 50th anniversary here in 2025. Bigfoot, the king of the monster trucks, will always be my favorite. But for now, we are going to hop over and we're going to raid our good buddy, Mr. Johnny Torres. So thank you so much for coming and hanging out. And I will see you all real soon. Take care. It's giving me the countdown. We're headed over. Thank you all for hanging out, and here we go. See y'all later.